Yeah, Homer led the league in tackles with 85. The deep ball for Darius Prince, and Philadelphia's on the board first.
On the draw, this is Bryson Allen. And Allen weaving his way all the way down to the 22.
10-yard line, 5. Mayfield, Dancy, all around. Throw it as far as he can throw it. Jump ball coming. Crazy stuff. Not this time.
And you want to be a wide receiver, you're going to have to take a little bit of a hit like that as Brown got him in that shoulder, but watch. Those are teeth.
Do we have a dentist on staff here?
Shady Sports, what's up? I'm back here with a very special guest, defensive back hybrid for the Harrisburg Stampede, Mr. Davante LeGRand. Davante, how we doing tonight, big dog?
Oh, Chris, what's up, big dog and Shady Network? How's everybody doing? Right now I'm on the road, so pardon me, pardon the darkness a little bit. I try to add a little bit of light out here in the streets of Brooklyn, New York. But I'm great, brother. How's everything, Chris?
I'm doing good, man. Really excited for this opportunity to be able to speak with you tonight. I guess my first question is Harrisburg Stampede, AIF, new league. They've been around since 2009. This is the relaunch of the franchise, first time in 8 years. How excited are you to be part of this historic movement in Harrisburg?
Man, Chris, man, I'm so elated, man. I mean, even towards as far as Jay bringing me in, Greg, man. I mean, it's the energy around there, around the program, around the guys, man, is top tier, honestly. I can't be more elated. We're supposed to crack off in camp March 11th. That's the date. Tickets are out now. So all I can tell people is, man, one of the greatest shows on turf. I believe I heard somebody else say that too, as far as one of the other leagues. But you really can't compare as far as to some of the guys that I've seen, as far as just work ethic wise, when it comes down to mentality, when it comes down to IQ. And we ready to have a ball, and I'm just more excited to be added to that.
Without a doubt, and Harrisburg is really known in the city of Pennsylvania. A lot of people consider it the second biggest city outside of Philly, in terms of sports-wise. When you look at the culture of Harrisburg, I know you're really involved with the community. I know you train kids and stuff. Do you plan to train kids in Harrisburg as well?
That's definitely the goal. That's definitely the goal. I plan on pretty much branding from PA to New York City. As far as working that pipeline with my brand, PPIP Fitness Trainer, let's make it happen. You know me, we'll see. So the main thing is, really, honestly, I feel like you're doing a disservice when you're not pouring back into your community, let alone people that, as far as, let's say, as far as just me just playing professional arena football now. There's a lot of guys that's in high school, youth, even college, that don't really know too much about arena, that might want to learn, that think that, okay, bet the NFL or the CFL is the only outlet, but then they come across a guy like me that look the part and they look just like them, and it makes it more comfortable for them to actually converse and for me to pretty much break down the game to them as well.
As a defensive back, I've always wondered this. What's one stat other than wins that kind of defines how successful you are? Is it, tackles? Is it pass deflections? Is it interceptions? What's one stat you really hold high?
Interceptions as a DB primarily, but me specifically, I'll say you'll see a lot of big hits. But I'll digress my game and really be as far as the ball hawk and things like that. But big hits is what I'm here for. I like to see the fans get up off their seats. I like to hear the oohs. That kind of give me a little momentum swing. And that's pretty much what I bring to my game. You there, Chris? I lost you a little bit. Chris, you there, brother? Technical difficulties, fellas. Got Chris. Let me see. Give him a few, fellas. Give him a few. I'll be back.
Sorry about that. Had some little internet issues, but kind of continuing on what you were saying.
Nah, you stirred it up. You stirred it up. So as far as I believe he was asking, as far as what defines you as a DB?
Yeah.
Yeah. So pretty much interceptions. Like I said, I'm gonna have to turn over my game as far as I pretty much like the guys that a lot of times I have a small stature, or in my eyes I like to say I have a small stature. So a lot of guys I know, as far as the fullbacks, running backs like to come downhill, then they about to either run something over. But I really tailor my game to as far as explosive lifts, as far as just like you see me every day working out with the kids, working within myself. I pride myself in as far as just certain things towards my game other than IQ, just how I like to prepare myself for the season. Rather as I put a mental focus on as far as my shoulders, my explosiveness through the hips, and also as far as my neck. No freak. As far as what I like to tell people is mostly having a pit bull neck. That way, whereas you're not one only saving yourself from concussions, but also two, when those guys like to come around that corner, bend that corner, you're not coming down and filling that alley and making something shake.
Without a doubt. And one thing I noticed kind of transitioning here, I saw on your Facebook that you have an acting career as well. You're an aspiring actor. I also saw that you lived in the Dominican Republic for a little bit. Did that have anything to do with your acting career?
No. So not necessarily. As far as with acting was more so something that I picked up. Currently, even so, right now they have. I'm actually in a movie that's supposed to be coming out on Hulu. They're doing an Aaron Hernandez story, so that should be coming out soon. But yeah, DR didn't have nothing as far as my background roots. It didn't have nothing as far as within my acting career. It's just something as far as for me to expand. I know that as far as the community within these kids nowadays, to the generation, is more so they respect the platform. So it's easy to just get the riches a lot of times, but the platform, how you really giving back to the kids. As far as like me, I came up in a very I would say a domestic environment as far as in Brownsville, Brooklyn, New York. It's a high crime rate. So a lot of times, just coming up being a young kid, I grew up in a single parent home. So, I fell victim to that a little bit. But then as I grew, then I kind of expanded my mind. So now I always look back as far as get back to those same kids that I once was, and opening their eyes a little bit earlier than it took me to actually see the clear vision.
I think that's really, really amazing that you were able to kind of persevere through. And one thing that kind of defines you is your professionalism. How you carry yourself, how you carry your brand. When you think of your brand, how would you define it, and how important is it for you to maintain that professionalism?
Oh, it's very important. I feel like one of the main things is how you do anything is how you do everything. And pretty much my brand is PPIP, fitness training, pretty much an abbreviation towards patient, project, and progress. So a lot of times we as individuals, we get a little bit compelled or get complacent or a little bit annoyed because you know what? I feel like I should have this right now. I feel like I'm supposed to be in this position right now or today. But a lot of times you got to realize, the pyramid wasn't built in a day. And as great that monument is, we got to realize the same and see the same value within ourselves. Especially like I relate that to as far as my journey alone. And I'm sure that relates to multiple other people's journey. As far as I thought that I had a couple of run-ins with other teams, and I thought that what, that's the team. This is the team for me. And like I talked to our GM, Greg, man, great soul, man. And I told him, I said, man, you just don't understand, when I signed, how much this is as far as just the perseverance. One of my brothers, Fareem Tony, he actually played for right now currently Albany Firebirds, number 7. And he was like, the universe have a weird way of opening itself towards what you want when you're very persistent at it. And then luckily, look at this, Harrisburg it came in my view, and that's all through God's grace. I can't say it's anybody else.
Harrisburg is a great organization. They're building their owner, Justin Colby. He does an amazing job, local businessman.
Yes.
When you look at, Harrisburg, they play in the Pennsylvania Farm Show. The arena holds about 2,000 people. Do you plan to do ticket giveaways in your community?
Indeed. We doing ticket giveaways, plan on visiting high schools, really getting involved with the community. Like I said, we're not just there just to be there. I actually plan on, even myself, just moving around and getting immune to the community, having them come out to see the show pretty much. Just more is bigger than the football game, especially since it's family friendly, then why not put on the show? See a couple of one-hand interceptions, big hits, get out your seat, grab a beer, let's have a ball,
No doubt. I kind of want to, close this interview up by asking you living in the Dominican Republic.
Currently, no.
That's amazing to me. When you live there, though, how was that experience for you?
So the culture is pretty much different, more than anything. You can't go wrong, honestly, with DR, but a lot of times it's just more so as far as the spacing from DR to now. But exotic, I don't know if that's a trick question, Chris, or what you want me to explain. You might have to talk about what I really love, outside the interview. But yeah, man, the coach. I'm sorry.
No, I totally understand. I totally understand what you're saying with the Dominican Republic. I was there a couple months ago myself. I think it's a great culture, but that's really interesting to me because, to me, when I see that, it means to me that you're open to overseas opportunities.
And the main thing is, it's nothing but space and opportunity out in life. Honestly, a lot of people try to shortchange certain opportunities, but I always say, you know what, one opportunity opens you up to the next one. You can't undermine anything. It's kind of like, let's say if I'd have looked at, okay, bet we playing in the AIF at Harrisburg. I'd have lost my opportunity by, the AIF, not the AFL. No, because guess what? That opportunity gonna open you up for the next one. It just did a great job as far as just implementing certain values within your character, within as far as going about business too.
Without a doubt. Davante, it's been great having you on the show tonight. My final question for you is, what is your biggest goal for yourself for this 2024 season?
2024 season is a championship and leading the league. Leading the league in stats, that's something you guys will see. But as far as leading the league in the championship first, team camaraderie, and then everything else will work out in his favor. So I'm not pressed about nothing, And make sure I need you to come out to a game. Please do, Chris.
Thank you. Appreciate your time, man.
I'm a game changer.